Why do we often pursue self-development while simultaneously avoiding our core issues? The tension between wanting self-development and avoiding core problems is rooted in human psychology. Here are some of the key reasons. Comfort versus growth. Growth requires confronting uncomfortable truths and facing difficult emotions or challenges. Many people desire the benefits of self-improvement, success, fulfillment, happiness. But the process of addressing core issues often pushes them out of their comfort zone. Avoiding core problems feels safer in the short term because it helps avoid pain or discomfort. Fear of failure or change. Dealing with core problems often means confronting fears. Fear of failure, fear of inadequacy, or even fear of change. Change is uncertain, and even when our current state isn't ideal, it can feel safer than venturing into the unknown. Cognitive dissonance. We have a psychological tendency to avoid or downplay information that conflicts with how we see ourselves. If our core issues challenge our sense of identity, we may subconsciously avoid them to preserve our self-concept. Short-term versus long-term rewards. Self-development is often viewed as a journey toward long-term rewards, but addressing deep-rooted issues may not bring immediate satisfaction. In contrast, avoiding problems provides temporary relief or distraction, even though it prolongs the issue. Subconscious defense mechanisms. Psychologically, people develop defense mechanisms like denial, repression, or avoidance to protect themselves from painful emotions. These defenses can lead to ignoring core problems, even when there is a conscious desire for growth. Lack of awareness. In some cases, people genuinely want to develop, but are not fully aware of their core problems or how these issues are holding them back. The problems may be deeply ingrained or unconscious, making them harder to address without intentional self-reflection or help from others. This conflict can create a cycle of wanting change, but avoiding the deep work that brings lasting transformation. The allure of external validation and prescribed paths to self-development often draws us toward areas where we see clear, tangible benefits, especially if they are encouraged by others. At the same time, when we know we need to tackle our core issues, we might hesitate because doing so requires deep, personal work that can't easily be validated or supported by external sources. Here's why this dynamic occurs. External validation versus internal struggle. When someone else suggests a path of self-development, like learning a new skill or adopting certain habits, it can come with the promise of approval, success, or visible rewards. On the other hand, working on our core problems, things like emotional wounds, self-doubt, or unprocessed trauma, can be a solitary and invisible journey. The progress isn't always clear or acknowledged by others, making it harder to stay motivated. Easier frameworks for success. Many external self-development goals, like career advancement, fitness, or learning a language, come with structured paths, clear outcomes, and measurable success. These frameworks make the process feel more manageable and achievable. In contrast, working on internal issues often lacks a roadmap, making the journey feel uncertain and daunting. Perception of quick wins. Self-development in areas that are externally recommended often seems to offer quicker, more noticeable results, whether it's praise, recognition, or a sense of accomplishment. Tackling core issues, however, often involves slow progress and confronting painful aspects of ourselves, which doesn't provide the same immediate gratification. Social pressure and comparison. Society often places value on visible accomplishments, career success, physical fitness, productivity, which makes external self-development appealing. However, addressing internal problems like mental health or emotional well-being doesn't always align with societal pressures and may even feel isolating. As a result, it's easier to focus on areas that others deem important, rather than tackling our personal, deeper issues that we must face alone. Avoidance through distraction. Pursuing external self-development can sometimes serve as a way to avoid dealing with the internal work that needs attention. By focusing on what others recommend, we may distract ourselves from our own deeper issues, as external goals can feel more productive or rewarding in the short term. Ultimately, while external forms of self-development can be beneficial, they can sometimes serve as a substitute for the deeper, more challenging work of addressing our core problems. Tackling those deeper issues often requires personal courage, self-awareness, and persistence, especially because it's a more solitary process, without immediate recognition or external praise.